Here's how James Melville put it. The last 2 years have seen the biggest transfer of wealth to the super rich in history. Government, media, technocratic and corporate agendas are being dressed up as virtue smokescreens for a massive asset grab that is responsible for so much human misery. It's a giant con trick. James joins me now. It's that obvious, isn't it?
It is for us, but not for most people. It's under the smokescreen of virtue. If you look at, for instance, the top 10 richest people in the world have doubled their wealth over the pandemic, but 99% have seen a decrease in wealth in real terms. And the auspice of virtue keeps coming up, whether it's stay safe, it's for your security, it's for your own good. Now, there's a number of lessons of history that we know, and one of them is about virtue and about authoritarianism, using virtue under the auspices of staying safe. And people have gone along with this. And I'm staggered as someone who sits on the left of centre, even though a lot of people will say now that actually I'm some sort of far-right conspiracy theorist, which I'm not. My views are fundamentally the same. Most people are looking at this from the left, and they're getting hoodwinked by governments, by technocrats, and by a lot of the media into following this narrative. I mean, if someone had said on the left 20 years ago that somehow they would slavishly be supporting aspects of our big media, billionaires, and also big pharma, what has happened to the left in all of this? So I see it very much as the left has left me, but I'm still left on the left. And I think we're in a situation where people are being bamboozled. I think it was Carl Sagan said the art of the bamboozle to get people on side. And so people are not really sure what is right and what is wrong, but the one thing they are following is narratives of virtue. Right. It's not. If you look at, for instance, the Great Reset, I mean, that's something that if you say the Great Reset, you're smeared as being a conspiracy theorist as well. The Great
Even though Klaus Schwab actually stands up at the G20 and announces it.
Yeah, and Bill Gates as well. But if we go back a few years, they were talking about this. This is not just a random press release. It's not even smoke and mirrors. It's all out in the open. And so we need to move from this narrative that people are seen as conspiracy theorists for talking about stuff that's actually a conspiracy agenda. And it's under the auspices of virtue to get people on side, to do good, to be a good person. But actually what we need to do is take a step back from that and realise that it's a massive asset grab. Right. If you look at land, you look at money, you look at data, you look at people's health, autonomy, it's all under this, where they're trying to control us, take away our freedoms, and what's going to be left at the end? We own nothing, but we're happy? No, we'll own nothing and be miserable, but the billionaires, the technocrats, will be happy because they'll obtain more assets, more money, potentially more access to people's data, and fundamentally more control and more power.